Welcome back. So I wanted to walk you through just a few steps on how to work honeycomb into a spell for your relationships. Now, I will only recommend that you use the following products that I'm going to show you to build a ritual for a relationship that, just needs a little bit more as far as, communication, maybe just a little bit more in the bedroom, a bit more passion, a bit more seduction, that sensuality that you are missing. This is what I would recommend you working. If you're working on a situation or you're attempting to work on a situation, a relationship where you and the other person are having infidelity issues, I would not recommend this ritual at all. It becomes a lot more complicated when you start working love rituals and heavy spells on someone when they don't have your best interest, when they don't care about you, when they're constantly cheating. It becomes a heavy pattern because you got to constantly stop this, you got to freeze this person, remove that person. You want to work on stopping the person from sleeping around, stopping from cheating, and that becomes too much. So the best thing to do is working on a relationship that has a little bit more security and stability in it. I would recommend you using a few things. So you need a lover's candle. This is a lover's candle. You need a man and man, woman and woman, whatever works for you. You can still use a candle like this for same sex relationships. So you'll basically be building a jar. So a few things that I would tell you to gather together is peony root, licorice root. You're gonna get some garapata. You're gonna get some meal de more honey, pink candles. You're gonna need a jar, of course, and some personal concerns. Now, the personal concerns would be your underwear and your lover's underwear. That would be the only personal concerns that you would need in there. Outside of the petition, of course, your names and stuff, which is part of your personal concerns too, your name and different things like that, and date of birth. You can add in a picture. Okay, so the picture will go in there. Everything goes in at the bottom. The underwear goes in inside of the brown petition paper. You can use brown petition paper. You can use parchment paper. It could be any type of paper that works well for you. It could be computer paper, the white printing paper that works well as well. And the last ingredient you're going to need is honeycomb. And honeycomb is really good for any type of relationship that needs a boost. It needs more passion. And make sure that the honeycomb that you get, that you taste it first. It has to be really sweet. I have tasted a lot of honeycomb that hasn't been the sweetest. You want some sweet honeycomb. The honeycomb is going to go directly on top of all of everything that you have in there. So you be building, you could take off like the first half. Actually, use the whole square on top. It should be like 2 layers of the honeycomb. And you're going to use that and you're going to build your sweet jar basically. And when you're done, combining everything, towards the end, you can add in just a little bit more honey to fill out the corners of your passion jar basically. And you want to work on the candle as well. Now, when you work on a candle like this where it has 2 different lovers, you're going to work on both people. You're not going to just say Song of Solomon on Fridays or Wednesdays and Mondays for both of you. You want to work on the prayer for each of you as well. So you're going to be praying for certain things for yourself that you may lack and certain things for your partner that they may lack as well. You want to work with passion oil. You can make the jar a little bit more heavy if you feel like you need a little bit more tightness into the relationship. You can use come to me oil and come to me herbs, catty oil and catty herbs, and tied up oil and tied up herbs. And make sure though that, like I said, you already know your partner. There's no infidelities, there's no trust issues, like everything is going good. It's just, you just want a little bit more tightness in the bedroom. You want a little bit more tightness in communication, and you just want to work on it. And you want to be consistent with working on it. You're going to work on that candle. You're going to pray for everything that you want him to give you more of and everything that you should be giving him, her, or her more of. So, like I said, any ritual that you work is unisex. So, same-sex couples can work this, and man and woman can work this as well. There's no, you know, gender issues when you're working certain rituals and stuff. The herbs as well are going to be the same. Everything will be the same. You will work with your sweet candles. You will continue to work with your spell candles, yellow and pink. You're going to dress them. You're going to anoint them. You're going to pray over them. Make sure they're herbed up well. And make sure that you write on them and inscribe the things. You could just, honestly, the most basic thing you can do for sweet candles is to write his name and your name. And you continue to work on it like that. And make sure that you fill out the corners, because you're going to have a lot of herbs. If you're going to put the tied up Catty and the come to me herbs inside, put all of those stuff at the bottom and with the petition. And remember, the honeycomb goes on top. Cut it up finely, thinly, however you want to put it. And then you're going to put the oil, you're going to put the honey on top after. You can combine, you know, a few oils in there. I would tell you to put the oils at the bottom though. I want you to have the jar to where the honey is flowing all at the top and just running all the way down to the bottom to the personal concerns. Sweetening those roots, sweetening those herbs. And, you know, like I said, make sure that any honey jar that you do, you're supposed to taste it 3 times. As sweet as this honey jar is to me, so will such and such be. As sweet as this honey jar, you say 3 times. And that applies to the honeycomb as well. So make sure that you are tasting it. You want things to be sweet for you and your target, lover, husband. This ritual is really good for marriages as well. So if you feel like your marriage has, you know, died down a bit during the course of, you know, things happening last year, the pandemic, maybe you losing your job, the kids being home a lot, whatever the situation has been, this is a jar that you can work at home, and you will work it the same way. And yes, you need your target's underwear, and you need to tie it to your underwear and in a knot and put it in that jar. No other personal concerns are needed. And if you cannot get the underwear, then you cannot do the ritual. This entails for you to have the underwear to sweeten things in the bedroom, to bring back that passion, that romance. And you can use fire of love and steady love candles as well if you feel like you need a bit more heat. And one more time, I'm going to repeat it. It is not for relationships where you two are going back and forth with each other. You going back to your husband, he's going back to his wife. There's a lot of cheating, allegations, lying, sneaking around. No, this is for the relationships that just need a little bit more help. You guys just need that boost, and you want, you know, a little bit more love and seduction with each other, and you want to spend more time with each other. Okay, so I'll put everything in the link below, and I would recommend you to get the Miel de Amor and the Extracto Garabata. I have those at the shop, and I'll put the herbs that I have available now at the shop as well. And you can find that honeycomb practically anywhere, everywhere. Honeycomb is everywhere. And if you can't find it the way I have mine, with just honeycomb, go to like the Korean stores, and they have a bunch of different types of honey, and they have the honeycomb inside of them. If you can find them at the supermarkets, then try. I haven't really seen any at the supermarkets with the comb inside of them. Or you can order it online, whatever works for you. And as I said, the prayer you'll do with this is Solomon, Song of Solomon, 3 times a week, along with your own personal prayer. If you want to create your own chant, you can do that. Light your incense, play your love music. The wax stays with you. Every time the wax is melted down, you can either have the option to leaving it on the jar, or you can put it inside of a large red silk bag or cloth, and it stays with you. Like, subscribe, and stay blessed, guys.